let's talk about Stray Cat and Wolf. From the same creator as Cheeky Brat, this is rated older teen. This story is about high schooler Tamaki, who grew up in the mountains, but instead of staying there with her grandmother, she decides to go to Tokyo and make it on her own. But it doesn't go very well for her because she ends up with heat stroke in the middle of summer, and two bystanders see her basically laying in the road and decide to help her out and take her in. As she wakes up, she realizes the two people that helped her out are canoodling on the couch. The guy wants to put her in the closet so he could finish what he was doing. So rude. But the girl's like, nah, I'm just gonna leave. This guy's name is Rue. He's a musician. He's 22 years old. Tamaki thanks him for his help, and then she leaves. A few days later, he sees her on the street again. She was talking to a really creepy dude, so Rue decides to kind of help her out of the situation. And it turns out she's homeless, so he decides to take her to his band practice with him. The sound of the electric guitar makes her hair stand on end. She is super skittish, just like a cat. After band practice, for all intents and purposes, they both kind of decide it's best situation for her to just stay with Rue for the time being. He starts calling her Tama, which is a popular cat name in Japan, and Tamaki mentions that her favorite song is something called Stretching with Tofu, which is a kid's song she used to sing with her dad when he was still alive. He had passed when she was a little girl. She comes home to find Rue playing the acoustic guitar, which she enjoys the sound of much more than the electric, and suddenly there's a big crash of thunder which scares Tamaki, and Rue asks her, where did you come from? Turns out she was kind of ostracized in her hometown, and the reason she went to Tokyo is because she just couldn't take it anymore. So it's the night of Rue's live show. Tamaki wasn't going to go, but she sees that Rue left a ticket along with the CD of Stretching for Tofu, and in that moment she decides to go. Even though it is really too loud for her, seeing Rue up on stage, smiling and having fun, makes her really enjoy the music and experience, and then she starts to have fun as well. So they meet up backstage. She thanks him for the ticket. He asks her if she fell in love. She says yes, but she means his music, not him, because he's a deadbeat. Okay, that's the first chapter. Listen, I really enjoyed this one. I like Cheeky Brat just fine, but I like the dynamics between these two a lot more than that of Cheeky Brat. And the whole play on her being like a stray cat, I thought was just hilarious, super skittish, very unimpressed with things. Their banter back and forth was really funny. I just really liked it. I need the next volume.